I may have looked at my old phones, my old personal phones, but it is time to look at phones which I bought from a thrift store and actually see if they work. So this is unexpected. So let's do it.
I know it breaks your heart. Moved to the city and I broke down car.
I know there's only two phones, and one of them is Android and one of them is an iPhone. There are so many chances of both of these phones being non-functional. These are basically phones that I bought from the thrift store, and these are basically as bare bones as they could get for phones basically for parts, if they are even for parts. First, starting off with the glorious iPhone 5C in glamorous blue. And as you can see, it is shattered in the front, and even something which I noticed before even filming, if you can see it, that is cracked plastic. And this is carbon and plastic, something which is common in bulletproof vests. This is gonna be an interesting phone for the fact that this is basically as damaged. On the other side of the spectrum, we got Android. This is an HTC. I don't know what kind of HTC this is. The display itself is actually not in bad condition. It's actually a little bit scratched, but besides that, it's okay. And it is a prepaid phone. As you can see, it is from Cricket, and it has a rubber backing on the back of it, which is not great for the fact that this is disgusting. We're gonna see if both of these phones work after I plug them in and see if they actually function. There's a 75% chance of both of these phones both having issues in some case or another. This could be iCloud locked or not function at all. This could not function at all or have passcodes on the both of these. Side note, with the HTC, I've already checked in here. It is, I didn't notice that the back was coming off until like a little bit when I was in the thrift store because they were in the case. This has its original battery in it. It's also including its original SIM card in it too. Let's plug these in. All right, moving over to glamorous side of plugging in these phones. And yes, this is a Discman. I bought this also from the same thrift store, and I know this does work. All right, here it goes, the micro USB. All right, let's see if this turns on of some sorts. Maybe it will need a hold on the power button. All right, we're gonna leave that for a minute. Let's try the iPhone now. I've got a lightning port here since it's glamorous lightning. All right. Oh no, that is not good. That's not good. There is some form of life though, and now the good thing is that I actually do have another iPhone 5C which I can take the display out of if I need to. So if I need to, I'll replace this to this one to see if there's any sort of like form of life outside of it. I mean, clearly there is some form of life right there, but not enough to where I can, clearly the battery is dead, but still alive. This I'm not so sure about because it could be a thing where it could be completely dead and not even work, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this display and I'm gonna swap it with the other one. Oh, Jesus Christ, there it goes. Power just went out. All right, I'm gonna try to get this. Oh shit, I just realized what I was forgetting. Okay, that's probably the wrong one. No, I think they get smaller than that, right? Okay, got that one. That's not coming out. That one must be stripped because it's not wanting to come out. Just gonna try getting it. I'm able to get the plastic out, but. All right, hang on. Okay, so I just got it opened, and now I just need to go in and actually disconnect the screen and everything, which, hang on. I wasn't able to get the other screw out, so I'm gonna have to I have some bets that the battery is also going to be bad too, so where exactly do I need to disconnect this? Okay. I didn't properly read on where I need to disconnect the display from. It's like, oh, I know where to disconnect the display. Okay, so I think that where I need to do is I need to disassemble, like, okay, step 2, and one more. Perfect. Okay, display outs. Let's get the new display on. Cases, I'm probably gonna need to replace the actual iPhone's display, so. Yes, it is raining outside. How nice. Okay, perfect. It's pretty much just the same thing now, which is pretty much just getting the actual screen out. Put that over there, and then perfect. I just got the new display, so pretty much just reconnecting. Second, and I'm not going to put any more screws in just for the fact of wanting to make sure that this is going to work. Alright, perfect. We gotta... Oh, don't break it now. We got life. We got life. So all we need is a new display for this iPhone, and maybe I could just replace all of this, take out the whole home button and the camera and all that stuff. Meanwhile, that's going on, let's actually check on our HTC to see if any life is coming out of it or if it's just completely dead, because I'm tempted to take out the battery out of this and see if it's just gonna run like that or if it needs an actual power source. Battery doesn't look like it's expanding at all, and also I gotta charge this camera now since like it's gonna die. The one thing which I found out about when I was getting these phones, or when I was just opening these up, is that both of these have their original SIM cards in them. So this has got its Cricket SIM card, and this is apparently on Verizon. If it is on Verizon, it may be unlocked. So, all right, yeah, this is my regular SE. I'm just waiting on this guy now. This guy's pretty much, I don't know if it'll turn on, or I don't even know if this guy will turn on because it's, my camera died, and oh my god, it's going on. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is, oh my god. Yeah, what? This is somebody else's iPhone that actually is not unlocked. And all I had to do is replace the display, which, that's fun. But then realizing that this could, number one, this is probably on iOS 7 or 8, which I found this out because this actually has the slide to unlock on it. All I had to do is actually replace the actual display to find out that it is passcode locked, but actually not just passcode locked, but actually under somebody else's iCloud account and probably has other people's information on it. Another thing that makes this so much worse is the fact that I've taken out the SIM card that's in this phone to find out that I can't actually go into the phone to actually find out about the number because of Apple's recent changes with like activation and that stuff. Even if I wanted to bring this out and put a SIM card into it, I can't because there's a whole activation thing that basically locks the SIM card so I can't actually see the number. That sucks. It's really sad too because this phone is basically as close as working as it could be. It's got a functional battery. It's probably got functional cameras. All I had to do is put a new screen on it and basically it's fine. But it charges and stuff like that. The vibration motor works on it. No, actually, I'm wrong about that. I think the vibration motor actually is broken. So I'm gonna leave this phone probably in my collection and maybe use it for parts because I don't know if the original owner really wants this back. I really don't know. I'm just probably gonna leave it in the collection, maybe use it for parts, get the screen back, maybe use the battery, maybe use the cameras if I need to. Now going over to the Android side, which is HTC, there's no life in it, at least from what I've tried to do with it. I've charged this battery and I'm holding the power button as I speak, so this is not just like a thing where I left it charging and didn't even try. This thing, it's pretty much just dead, which is unfortunate because I paid 10 bucks for this, and it does have the original SIM card in it, but I'm betting that it wouldn't even be worth it even if I tried. And that's gonna lead me to probably my disappointment for today. Because as much as that this iPhone is basically perfectly functional, it's perfectly functional and locked. So this means that like the phone itself is, if it was unlocked, maybe if it didn't have an Apple ID in it and it didn't have a passcode, then maybe I'd be able to use this thing. It's not my right. It's not my right to use it unless it's using it for parts, which I could use the cameras, the charging ports. So I'm gonna say, yeah, this thing I'm pretty much gonna leave, put the original screen on and just pretty much leave it. This guy though, there's no words. Probably doesn't even work. So I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. I may do more videos like this just for the sake of actually checking out older phones to see if they're interesting in a sense. But I'll see you guys later when I post about the new Kids on the Block concert I went to recently. Bye!